I grew up just like everybody else, watching, all my favorite stars and all my favorite music videos and just watching the entertainment industry at large and just always like, wow, finding it so fascinating and all that and just thinking, wow, most of the people that you see on TV are so, you know, well off and wealthy and all these music videos are so everything is just so glamorous and all that kind of stuff. I grew up just like y'all, you know, with that theory until I actually got into the industry, until I started working behind the scenes, until I started rubbing elbows with people who are, um, you know, quote unquote known, and really seeing how the industry works. And now it's like, it's really overrated, y'all. Most of the people that you see um, in the industry are not even making what you think they're making as far as financials. It's like you see them online and you see them here and you see them there and you just think, wow, the glamorous life. But a lot of that is not what it looks like. It's not the way it appears. Most of the artists and stuff that you see popping, they're not even making that much money. Even, people who have thousands and millions of views on YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff, they're not well off wealthy like what you think. It's a lot of it is just not reality. It's just not reality. Um, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the industry that people don't even know. There's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of, you know, just evil stuff that goes on behind the industry. Everybody is. It's like crabs in a barrel, and everybody is stabbing each other, pulling each other down, doing the craziest. These corporations that have the money, not even paying the artists. They ain't really paying the actors. They ain't paying. It's just a lot of drama. It's like being well known doesn't necessarily equal success, or because they're everywhere on the media or whatever, that they're well off. No, that doesn't mean that at all. In fact, most of the time that's not the case. The industry is really overrated. It really is. It's almost better to be independent, in all honesty, because when you're independent, at least you are, marching to the beat of your own drum. And if people like what you got going on, then they gonna support you. And if they don't, they don't. But when you get signed, it's like you become one of their slaves. And it's like they want you to do the most, but then don't want to pay you. Or the people who are up there who can help you won't, or they do stuff to try to sabotage you. It's crazy. The industry is overrated. It really is. And I didn't realize it until I got into the industry. And I started seeing all the stuff that happens that people will never know, you know? All the people who are on drugs, all the people that's doing the craziest just to, you know, to get out there, the people who are depressed and suicidal that's in the industry that you would think got it going on, and it ain't even like that, because they smiling and cheesing in front of the camera, and as soon as the camera off, they depressed as hell. The industry is completely overrated. I do what I do just because I enjoy the arts. I enjoy creativity. I enjoy anything creative, whether it's authors, because it takes a lot of creativity to come up with stories within your mind, within your brain. Filmmakers, because the creativity of putting what you see into motion, for me is exciting. The music, because I just always have loved music. I'm a music lover. I just love the arts, and that's what I do. Why I do what I do, not for anything else. Because I've believe it or not, I've cried more tears in the 20 something years that I've been in this industry than you could ever imagine. The people that I've supported over the years did not support me. The ones that could open doors purposely kept them closed. it just has been, it's just much more overrated than what you think. It's not what you see. What you see is the finished product, but you don't understand all the stuff that happened behind the scenes. Well, no, I take that back. People are starting to see it more because they have these reality shows, and so they're showing you the things that are happening behind the scenes and stuff, and the bickering and the arguing and the backstabbing and the hating on each other, all that kind of crazy stuff that happens in the industry. The industry is overrated, y'all. It's not all that it appears to be. Most of us who do it just do it because we love the arts. It's not because we making thousands and thousands of dollars or we well off and all that kind of jazz. It's not. It's not. You hear the artists coming out talking about it themselves. NDIRE and all the different artists that have come out and be like, we're not making what we should be making. Spotify, all them companies making all that money and don't want to share it with the artists. You know, the industry, Hollywood has found a way to use AI, so they don't even got to pay the actors. Like, it's not what you think. The authors who are making writing all these books and stuff, and the people don't even support it. They don't even buy books. It's like they don't support. It's just not all that it appears. It's just not. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but it's just not. It's a lot of cutthroat stuff. It's a lot of evil stuff that goes on. So I have to stay prayed up. That's why I do a lot of, prayer type stuff and worshiping God type stuff, because you got to. Like, in this industry, you have to stay prayed up. You have to keep God first. You have to keep your eyes focused on God while you're doing what it is that you love to do. Because if you don't, you will get swept into this evil industry and be depressed and upset and not understanding why people don't support you, people don't want to see you rise, and all that kind of stuff. You will get swept up into that energy, and it will have you so down and out. Why do you think people there are artists who you would think they'd have got it going on and they committed suicide? Who would have ever thought that the guy who did Soul Train would have committed suicide? Who would have thought that? He had it going on, right? But there was things that was going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. It's starting to come out now, though. You're starting to hear about it. You know, the whole thing with Diddy and all them industry people everybody been knowing they've been doing wrong for years. Anybody in the industry, anybody who knows people in the industry know that they've been doing wrong for years. It's just now coming out to the public eye to the point where they got evidence. They showing they've been doing dirt. They've been doing dirt. Everybody know it. I remember having an artist come on my radio show way back. This is probably like 2016. She was part of making the band, and she came out and told us all kind of stuff about how Diddy was treating the artists and stuff. This ain't no secret. People in the industry already know. They've known it. They just nobody did anything about it until a young lady who he had been dating finally exposed it. People been doing wrong. All the artists is getting killed, and you trying to understand like why they're getting killed, and not understanding that it's somebody else in the industry that probably set them up. It's crazy, The industry is not all it appears to be. I promise you that. Yeah, taste for honey. She said, yeah, you're right. This industry music today is like the devil in disguise, and the music be trash. And the only reason why they pushing that music like that is because it's making them money, but they ain't getting all the money from it. The artist ain't making all the money. The artist ain't making all the money. It's not. It was a plot behind all of that, and you seeing the evidence of that plot now with all the deaths and all the kids, his minds destroyed over this whole music thing. We losing a whole generation. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. The music industry is not. Kenny, am I telling the truth?
Yeah, the music industry is jacked up, but we're here to change it. Mm-hmm.
He said we here to change it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let y'all know the truth. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. Anyway, peace and love.
Mm-hmm.